Hi, this is James, and I've been developing the BastardSword RPG for Foundry Virtual Tabletop. In my last video, I showed you how to create a basic character sheet, or how to create an actor or a character using the basic character sheet. Since then, I've been doing a fair bit of work on the dynamic character sheet, and I'm going to show you how that process works. Anyway, I've created a character who is very similar to this one, Garbo Barrowfoot. Oops. Barrowfoot. Who is built as an expert knave with a scout background, and he's a halfling. I've decided to create his little brother, and I did so with the same process, making those choices, and now I'm going to sort of transcribe that to a dynamic sheet. The first thing to do is bring up the journals, the character creation journal, and start at character creation steps. And I'm going to make this wide enough so I can put it over on the side, out of sight, but I can still see it. And create, maybe I should bring that back for a moment. And I'm going to use the dynamic template and duplicate it, or go to the compendia, dynamic template, and import it. That's what I'll do. So the first thing I'm going to do, close that stuff up, is name it. And that should name it. No, it doesn't. So that's the same. Farbo, hovered by anyone. Link actor data, yes, it's an actor. Make it friendly. Appearance, we'll leave it at Mystery Man for now. Scale, I like to make my halflings a wee bit smaller. Vision, no night sight and stuff like that, no light. Oh, okay. We'll make the hit points and anima points. Sorry, health points and anima points. The standard. And then update it. And then close it. Now, you can see that the dynamic sheet is a lot different than the basic sheet. It has tabs, which show the skills in a different way. The combat tab is very different, showing this information and all of the saving throws, which are lined up down here. And it has access to all of the items, including that which we're not going to bother with. But here are all the items that are already on it, and they're color-coded for type, and they have a little bit of information and allow you to edit them in place, which you can also do now if you change the sheet view on the basic tab, and it'll show you much the same information. So anywho, so what I'm going to do is press on with this and follow the character creation steps. Now I'm going to have to do what I said before and widen that screen. No. figure it out, because I want you to be able to see what I'm doing over here, and you can't if I've widened the screen. So I just need to remember then he is a halfling. So we're going to go through these steps. Choose an ancestry. So we go to the ancestries and we go to halfling. And we can see all of the text that show from the book that shows all of the various information that you might need to make certain choices. For example, the speed, the ground speed, we need to change to 20. Size small. I don't think we actually have that. I think what I did, yes. I'll just copy this for now. Male small. He's his younger brother, 22. He's just slightly taller. And slightly heavier. Same look. There we go. So that's the description taken care of. Alright, attribute adjustments. Well, let's go into the halfling ancestry. Now what that does is brings up an actor. You can see by the person symbol there, it's an actor, the link. And it's already set to the item sheet. So it has all of the items that are ready to be dragged. Now, he's obviously the same as his brother, so he's a steady step halfling. And I just drag that on there, and we can see he's a steady step halfling. It also applies attribute modifiers of agility and insight and to thew automatically. So we can close that. Languages. Common and one other language. So let's take languages. Ha! I haven't done that. For this ancestry for some reason. Okay, so let us create. We'll create that item, and it's just going to be text, right? So it is, we'll go to the template items, and it's character information, and it's a trait. So we'll drag that on, and we'll say languages. And we'll say common, one more. Close. So then when we look, we see common tongue. Oh, wait a minute. It's already in there. Right. Sorry, I'm still figuring this stuff out. So we go to all items because I've added a second one, and delete the second one. Back to main. All right. What else do we need to add? Small size. There we go. Fearless. Halfling luck. Keen senses. And sure-footed. There we go. Choose one of the following. We could make him a little quicker. Underfoot. I think I'll take underfoot, but you can see squat nimbleness is there. All of the others are there ready for you to drag, but I'm going to choose underfoot. which improves his saves and his defenses if he's working against creatures one size or larger. Okay, and that is the end of Ancestry. So we can close that and move on to the next step, Dispositions. So I think I like this one. Note that when you drag something that's named like this, it puts amoral up there. Just to let you know it's been done. Okay, so that's Dispositions. Backgrounds. I think we chose this guy is going to be a retainer. So we can either scroll down here to retainer and that'll bring it up, or you can just scroll through here. So I'm going to drag the retainer item on. Now, this gives us a choice. And what does it say? Choose two attributes. One must be vigor or agility, and the other one is an open attribute boost. So for retainer, I'm going to choose vigor, and the open one I'll choose metal. So what I need to do then is delete all of the ones except for vigor and metal. There we go. Now, instead of all of them being modified, we can see that only some of them are modified. And I get both craft, cooking, and seamstress. That doesn't sound right. You gain 1 rank in cooking or seamstress and an additional language of choice. All right. I'm going for cooking. He's a halfling. Okay. And then that's going to be always on, and that's going to be always on, so we'll turn the modifier always on so it disappears from here and is always applied. Then we want to roll for the money. And we end up with 70 gold. So I go down to the notes. I think it's notes. Well, I'm putting it here for now. 70 GP. Note that there's another one down here where you can drop rich text if you want to. Different format, but this is just plain text, so I'm putting it up here. Okay, so that's it for the background, I think. 2 attribute boosts, the skill, the money, done. Classes. He is going to be either adept, expert, or fighter, and I'm going to choose fighter. His brother was an expert knave. He's going to be a fighter and a bravo. So we'll choose fighter. Now, this symbol means it's a journal entry, is the link, but it also gives you little bits here. Little introductions to the different subclasses so you know which one you might want to choose. So we're going to be adding this stuff and starting with 175 gold. So I'm going to go down here and add 175 GP, but I'm not going to mess around with the other thing, the attribute modifiers. Instead, I'm going to come over here to the new journal entry, choose the character class. Haha, I have... I haven't made the link yet to the actor item. So it's in item storage, class fighter. There we go. So that's something I need to put on my list. Class fighter. We'll drag that over. And that adds 1 to the attribute prowess, and then either agility or vigor. And I'm going to choose agility. So I need to delete vigor. And we'll see as soon as I do this that vigor is going to drop by 1, and it does. Also, later on down here we see the offense modifier is +1 and the defense modifier is +1. This is where we set this in the class, because every time you level up in the class, you'll see it's increased in the level, so I put it in here. So we're done with this one, and those things are always on, so we'll leave that always on. And you can see in here more description about more of this description here. Okay, preferred saves. Where did it say that? Thew and vigor. So we're looking for preferred thew, which is always on already, and it will add, when we're more than level 1, the edge against thew saves. Same thing for vigor. Okay. Hero die, 1d10. Okay, so that's something we have to modify ourselves, and change that to a 10. D10. We have one of them. That's all good. So the hero dice is sorted out. Health. Change that to 10. We can't do these yet because we haven't calculated everything yet. So, next step. Skill ranks, 5 plus reason. Okay. Skill ranks. Just making a note. 5 plus reason. That's how many we're going to get eventually. Okay. And what else do we get? Class skills. Athletics, carousing, perception, and survival. There we go. So we open up the class skills, and we are athletics, carousing, perception, survival. All good. And we can close that for now. Armor and shields. Okay, I think we just need to drag that on there, and it shows on the main tab, armor and weapons, all weapons. That's good enough, it's just information. Then we need to choose a fighting style. Okay, and all the fighting styles are listed in here. He's going to choose dual wielder. Because he's going to like his brother, use 2 weapons at the same time. When you engage in 2-weapon fighting, you may add that attribute modifier. Okay, so what we're going to have to do here, if you can add the attribute modifier to the damage of the offhand attack, normally you cannot. Oh, and all other dual wielding rules apply, but we'll deal with those in a bit. So, normally, if you didn't have this, then you would have to go to the all items, find your attribute damage modifier, which applies, sorry, let me just open that up, applies thew to melee and thrown damage and agility to range damage, except with the offhand. So you would have to make this toggleable, and the way to do that is to uncheck permanent. Now, temporary would reset every round once. The thing is, this resets at every roll, but you want it to turn on after every roll, not turn off. So we just really have to leave it toggleable, and when you're using your main hand, you toggle it on, and when you're not, you toggle it off. But in his case, he always gets his attribute modifier. So, And then combat stances. Now he doesn't have to choose these, but I thought I created a list. Well, maybe not. Not a problem. So that's it for the fighter. For now. All of the other items are probably available later, like Healing Surge and stuff like that. So for now we need to choose a subclass, and we're going to choose Bravo. So again, I haven't done the links yet, so I'm going to come over here and open up subclass Bravo. So, Cool Hand. Just drag that over. Fancy Fighter is a modifier. Gain 1 rank in one of them. Aha. Okay. I'm just going to have to open up the sheet to know which one I chose. Either stealth or, and it would have been here, craft cooking, acrobatics. I chose acrobatics. So we remove stealth. And then we can make that one always on. Add acrobatics and stealth as class skills. Acrobatics, stealth. Okay. Dueling style. You can choose strong style, which gives you power attack and adds 1 to your thew, or swift style, and I'm going to go for swift style. Weapon finesse bonus, or boon, and swift style. There we are. It adds 1 to my agility. And gain the weapon finesse bonus, or boon. So, let's go to, back to there, go to boons, haha, same thing, did I not? I didn't. Item storage, boons. Okay, I haven't finished these, but I've done enough. So weapon finesse, dragging that one on. And it is on when I'm using a light weapon or a rapier. So I'm going to leave it toggleable for now. And then close that. Okay. Weapon specialist, choose 1 melee weapon. Right. We will do that. Where did that go? Weapon specialist. And I'm going to type dagger. So not exotic, unfortunately, but so I don't get that proficiency for free. I suffer disadvantage with any weapon other than daggers. Youch. Allow a number of maneuvers. Choose 2 from the Bravo weapon maneuvers list. Okay, I don't remember which ones I chose, so we'll have a look. Arcing strike and flashing blades. Arcing strike and flashing blades. So flashing blades when you choose it, adds 1d6 damage to your target. Almost like sneak attack. Pretty cool. I'll just make that a condition for the heck of it. This one is text. You can make one melee attack versus the lowest guard of any targets within 5 feet and adjacent. All targets take the same damage. Whew! That's really cool. I can see why I took that. Alright. So that's Weapon Specialist. And that's it for level 1. All the rest of this stuff is for later on. And more of these. Okay, so that's Bravo done. Which means I'm done with this sheet. Or this journal entry. I'm realizing that I forgot something. Record your attribute score adjustments, as well as racial traits. Do that first. So, base attribute scores. I forgot to set those. And then I can get them out of the way. So all initial attribute scores and the final 2 points added to finish character creation. The sum of all the values in here should be 2, which is the 2 points at the end. So this is your starting state, which should balance to 0. So Prowess 0 -3. He's pretty weedy. Thew -1. Pretty weedy even for a halfling. Agility. Agile though. Vigor. A little robust. A little smart. A little insightful. A little fearless. And a little unpleasant to be around. Okay. Now I can make that always on. And we can see the continuing progress. So, we had gotten as far as classes, subclasses, then we need to choose boons and banes. Currently level 1, choose the subclass, preferred save and class. Did we miss something? I think I missed a preferred save, didn't I? Let's open up that boons thing again. Not boons. Bravo. Preferred is agility. Because I chose Swift. Forgot that. The other one is... No, I think that's it. The strong style? Does it do different? Let's go have a look. Ah, there it is. Hidden in the text. Add agility as a preferred save, no matter which style you choose. Okay, character creation, boons. But really, so from the list, I'm going to go for that 2 weapon stuff. Way down here. Oop, 2 weapon fighting, and weapon finesse to focus on that area. So, I'll open up that other actor as well, just to be sure. Oh, didn't I forget? He gets quick draw for free. Because that comes with Cool Hand. Yep, gain quick draw for free. So drag that onto a sheet, and you can always tell when something is dropped because the editing window pops up. Weapon finesse. So he's going to go, he's already got 1 level of it, he's going to go for 2 more levels and 2 weapon fighting. So that's 3 boons, which means he needs to take 3 banes, which he has already selected. Dual wielder we got, cool hand we've got, dueling style swift, bravo maneuvers, and all of these are halfling. Good. Oh, he's choosing dwarvish and elvish for his other languages. Let's go do that. So, have I created these? Yeah, this has 2 modifiers and this has 3 modifiers. So he's taking 3 levels of it. So we're just going to go straight for the 3rd level. But what we're also going to do is remove that 1st level, because otherwise he'll get that bonus too many times. So he's got that level 3, and he's going to take 2 weapon fighting. Now this one's interesting. It takes a little bit of fiddling. So when dual wielding, you suffer no attack penalty with light weapons, which is his norm, because daggers are light weapons, and only a -2 with heavy weapons in the offhand. Now he's never going to use a heavy weapon in the offhand except in extreme circumstances, so I'm leaving this, I'm naming it 2 weapon fighting offhand heavy, so that you know when to turn this one on or not. Take it a 2nd time and you get the attribute modifier to the damage of the offhand attack. Well, he gets that because he's a dual wielder as a bravo. As a fighter. So he's not going to take that a 2nd time. And he'll probably never have to apply this modifier. But we'll leave it on his sheet just in case. And the power attacks are if you chose the other side, and eidetic memory is just a boon from somewhere else. That list will become very long, as you'll see in just a second when I open up the Banes one, which we have to choose our choose the 3 Banes. Now, I've gone with Brash, Merciful, and Vendetta against Kobolds. Okay. Brash. There you go. Disadvantage versus opportunity attacks against you. Okay. This guy's a close combat specialist. He wants to be really careful with that. Merciful. You don't have to kill you to kill once you've defeated a foe. No coup de grace. Battle save, disadvantage. If they surrender, you can't attack them unless they attack you again first. You okay? And Vendetta. Kobolds. All good. So, I've taken my 3 Banes to offset the 3 boons. I think that's it. I got weapons all, offense, defense, encumbrance. Encumbrance. That's surprise, surprise. In the final steps. Finishing touches. Okay, I haven't finished the wording on this one, but basically add skills, skill ranks, purchase your equipment, and set your encumbrance. So, I think we have, on the main tab, finalized. Oh, right. The final 2 attribute purchases. So I need to go back to basic attribute score. Now I need to add 2. And I'm going to add 1 to insight and another one to vigor. So the total there will now be 2. And when I go back to main, I see I've got -2 on prowess, -2 on thew, agility of 5, vigor 3, reason, insight, metal, bearing. Those are all as they should be. So, final settle-ups. If we look at anima, we want to set reason at 1, insight at 3, metal at 2, bearing at -2, giving me a total of 4. And I set up the next level. My metal is currently 2, so that will end up at a 6 unless I change the metal. So for now, set that to 4. Yep, no mistakes, all good. And now that's available to us as a pool. Health. Okay, prowess. Yeah. -2. -2. 5. 3. So, that's 8 minus 4 is 10 is 14. And his vigor is 3. So next level he'll go up to 17. Okay. I don't think I'm making any mistakes. All good. I think I did in the original character. Yeah, I set his health to 17 for some reason. Ah, I set it for the second level. Okay, hero dice are good. Edge, he doesn't have any because he's first level. He has no milestone points. Fighter, blank. Oh, right. Subclass, Bravo. There we go. Forgetting stuff all over the place. Anyway, now that looks proper. Retainer, that. Oh. Encumbrance. Okay. His thew is -2. So I can go into encumbrance and pull the encumbrance -2 over. And that does all the calculations for the -2 level. Now I'm not going to make that reset, because once you choose it, isn't that interesting? So, if I dragged items, not template items, encumbrance. If I drag that over, that's exactly what it should be doing. Okay, I have 2 of them, and they are identical, but they're not working for some reason. I wonder if it's as simple as that. Nope, it's misbehaving, and I will have to figure that out. It's dependent on the move mode. Do we not have a move mode? We do. And it's a variable. And I'm currently set to ground. So if I look at ground, it has a value of 20. Right. And if I open up the DevTools, nope. I don't know what that is. I guess I will figure it out, because what's supposed to happen is this is a drop-down that has those choices in it. And when you select one of them, it modifies the basic ground movement and sets it properly. And if I look at Garbo, his is working just fine. Oh, that's why. Done. Okay, and you see his ground speed changes when you select different levels of encumbrance. At the moment he's carrying less than 300 coins, he's good to go. So that's something I need to fix, but all good. Okay. Apart from buying equipment, which we should do, I'm simply going to go in, because I haven't set that up properly yet. I'm going to get some armor. Just some leather armor for him, because hardened leather armor requires him to be strong. So I'm adding this. His leather armor is not going to be always on, but he's also going to get a hardened leather cap, and that will give him saves, death saves, if he's hit in the head, which is far more common than you'd think. His leather armor is turned on, which means his DR is 3, and will automatically deduct damage that's applied to him. And if you're rolling a save, a vigor save, let's find one. Where the heck are they? Checks. Nope, combat. If you roll the vigor save, then you can see the hardened leather cap is automatically selected. We'll toggle it off just in case. Okay. And you see how that changes all of these. He better be using a dagger all the time. Okay, I think that's an... Oh, no, he does need... Well, we're going to give him a short bow anyway, even though he's going to suck with it. He's at disadvantage using any weapon other than a dagger. And it starts with 1d12 of ammo, range of 80, times 3 crit multiplier. All good. Well, thanks for watching through all of the little burbles. And I hope that was helpful for showing how this this kind of a character can be created. I'm just going to quickly get him onto a map. So we can see if he is doing attacks. He has his attacks set. Flashing blades, attack multiple times. He has to spend anima to do that. Weapon finesse, light rapier, yep, with a dagger, all good. So then he rolls it. And that damage works out nicely, and then you can drag that onto an enemy. Anyway, that's all good. Thank you very much. Have a great day.